Hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening, um, to everyone. This is Two Guys with AI once again. Joining me once again today is Mihai Criveti.
Hey Manav, how are you?
I'm very well, my friend. It's been a long time since we chatted, and in the last 72 hours, the world of AI has seen, let's just say, a few improvements, right? And I know there is a lot of talk and chatter, but rather than just talk about it, why don't we just put these new models to use?
Awesome. Well, I got a challenge for you.
Okay.
I am done paying for my AI models. So instead of paying for AI models, I bought a big and expensive GPU, and I'm going to put it to use with the newly released GPT-OSS 20 billion. So I'm going to build a little game. It's a game called Snake. I'm sure you've all played it. And I want to see how good these models are at doing a one-shot prompt. So here you can see I'm saying create an interactive single web page Snake game. And I've got it running on the right hand side. Now, I don't quite have the same canvas capabilities in my Olama, but let's see what you can do with GPT-5, and then you can give me a challenge and we'll try a different game.
Yes, that looks pretty good, actually. All right.
Yeah, and it's actually quite okay. It plays well.
Yes, it does. Okay. Can you see my screen?
There we go.
Perfect. Okay. So I tried slightly different uh, prompt, but about approximately the same prompt, both with Claude as well as the GPT-5. So Claude, I said, create the game of Snake, right? I just wanted to give it a rudimentary. So look what it did.
And
So
does it play?
yeah, if you look at the code before I play it, look, there's a ton. So I can see starting with some score here, default, and it's got a bunch of loops and so on. Okay, so let's see. Start game. Okay, play again. Huh. Does not work even work. Looks pretty. Looks pretty though. Doesn't work. Okay. Move over to GPT-5. So I said create the game of Snake. So it thought for 4 seconds, gave me a bunch of code. It decided, maybe because of my history, that it's gonna generate the single file Snake game in Python, and it wants me to copy it, blah blah. Who has the patience for that? And so I said, so then actually it comes back after it produced all of that. It says, hey, do you want the browser version of it? Of course, give me the browser version. So here is the browser version that I'm going to copy, save it into a single file. So let's do that. Create. This is the joys of being on Mac.
Why doesn't it use the canvas? Can you ask it to give me this in canvas?
Let's do that. Okay. Thinking for a longer, better answer.
All right, it's got a bit of a router there. It's kind of figuring out what to do. And trigger the canvas, which is nice. So you'll be able to run the code directly, which is
Run it directly. Let's
nice
see.
and handy.
Yeah. So I think right off the bat, I'm seeing that while it's deciding it's good at some things, which is figuring out what I was trying to do, it did not default to the canvas, which is bizarre for a simple, in 2025, for a simple example application like this. So that's interesting.
I kind of like the way Claude uses artifacts. It's a bit more consistent. The canvas is nice when it works, but it's
Yeah, you have to
a
trigger
bit
it.
iffy to trip it. Yeah.
All right. While
All
this
right,
is
that's
going
a
on, I'm going to go back to
long.
code. I'm going to say retry. I'm going to say we'll retry with extended thinking. We'll come back to that. Let it just work. Okay, I dropped the browser version into Canvas. We're going to run this code. Let's see.
All right, it works. Actually, yours looks a lot better than mine, so it actually did a good
It does
job.
work. Okay, good.
Yeah, nice score, high score.
Yeah, but apparently I'm not going to die at all.
So I got another challenge for you. So now we're gonna try to improve this game. And the way we're gonna improve it is we're going to make it all nice and shiny. So I'm gonna say, make it very kawaii, cute. So let's see what's happening here.
Okay.
So we'll see if we can edit this existing game. And if we're gonna add a CSS, some cute color effects, maybe some sound effects, and let's see what's going on.
All right.
There we go. I've got a little bunny. Let's see if you're able to do the same thing there.
I'm going to do the same thing. Let's go back here. I'm going to share my screen here again.
You can actually see it's impressive in terms of the performance I'm getting out of my GPU here.
It is
So
pretty.
it's I've already got this done. I've got it done. It's working. So while you're
Okay. So I gave it. Okay, so we started with a take two with Claude. The start game. It already is looking a bit decent. Although, look at it. Now it's a lot
yeah.
more. It's I can't touch the sides basically. Okay, so that's pretty good. Okay. All right. Make it
It's
kawaii.
working. It's working.
It's working. Let's just count our blessings there. So we're going to say make it kawaii cute. I said the same thing to GPT. It's thinking. All right. So we'll give them
All
the.
right. Let's see what mine looks like in the meantime, and let's see
All
what
right.
cute looks like according to GPT.
You got
That's
you got a
interesting.
cute bunny. You got a cute bunny
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it actually is some kind of an emoji. Blew
Can
it
you
up.
actually
So
can you move the snake? Can you actually
yeah,
grab that heart?
yeah.
Excellent. Nice.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
you
got
got the
sound
smoke
effects.
going in. You got
You might
smoke.
not hear it, but it's got sound effects. So when I'm popping one of these items, I don't know if I can.
I did hear it.
Let me see if I can. There you go. It's got sound effects. I didn't ask for sound effects, but this is good. This is great. This is not too bad. So it was able to edit my code. It thought for a couple of minutes. Let me see if you can add some persistence. Add a high core with names. And let's see if it's able to continue editing with local storage, which is the right way of doing it for this kind of a task. That's nice. And it's editing the code, is maintaining good state there. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So while you got
And
that
what I
going on,
really like about this, though, is that I'm not getting the same smart quotes I used to get for ligatures or strange UTF characters I used to get from GPT-O3. Let me actually try this first before you jump in there. Let me
okay.
see if
So
I can
you try that and
make
see
a
if you get
brief
some
update.
names as well.
So I think I need to die in order to be in the top list. So I don't know how to do that actually. Oh, there we go. Anonymous. No, there we go. It recorded my name. I'm not sure what happened to it, but there isn't necessarily a way to restart, but it did seem
That's
to do
pretty good.
something. So
Okay.
kind of this is the limitation, right? I would have expected there to be a high score table somewhere. I would expect it a bit more, but it's not too bad for the open source model. Let's see what your Claude and GPT-5 can do.
So GPT-5, I gave it the same prompt, make it kawaii cute. It thought for 9 seconds, and then another 10 seconds, another 7 seconds. And then it goes, oh, I tried to patch the code, but I ran into some regex issues. And then it says, okay, do you want me to replace the code or create a new canvas? You know what? We're just going to say one. Okay, so it's doing that. Let's look at what Claude has done. Ooh, look at that.
All right, it's got a little strawberry in there, isn't it?
Yeah, I got
It's a strawberry.
some. Yeah, I got a
Let's,
strawberry there. I got a
there's
rainbow.
flowers, a rainbow, another heart. There's floating. It went all out. Try again. Oh man, you're terrible at this.
I am terrible at this.
Let's try some persistence. So let's see if you can give it a bit of top
All right,
scoreboard.
add a high score with names. Look at that. I've got a fruit buffet here in the kawaii features.
Oh, it's swapping between the various fruits.
It is. It is. Okay. So add a high score with names. So it's doing that. And look at that. It's pretty much faster. Okay. Let's go back to GPT-5. Where are we now? Okay. It's still going. Okay. Still working on it. I'm not gonna come off of that.
Yeah, I think the way that this works is it kind of does diffs against the canvas and existing code, which is sometimes slower and less reliable and kind of error prone. I find the editing process from Claude to be a bit more reliable, but let's see. It's trying to save tokens, do the diff thing. It works well for large code bases, but
Okay, so this is Snake Game has kawaii look, ROM GPT. Let's run the code. Huh.
all right,
Wrap balls.
close enough.
Close enough. Doesn't work though. I can't actually do anything with it. Okay, so
Yeah,
that's
maybe
a
you got
fail.
interrupted somewhere halfway.
Yeah, it's a fail. Okay. It says, okay, your Snake Game has a kawaii look. Okay, but that doesn't work. Okay, so here we are now. We're going to add some high score with names with Claude. So that's still churning through.
But the artifacts are working really well for Claude. You can see it. It's
Yeah.
version free. It's versioned. It's it's chugging away with the artifacts. It's probably gonna give it a separate name as well. You can download it, so it's working rather well.
All right. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Add high score with names. I'm just going to say that. Let's see if it realizes it made some errors, and I'm not going to interrupt until it comes back. Let's go back over here.
You know what I really love about Opus is that it's great at writing very, very, very long files. So it can
Yeah,
happily
some
write,
add
2,000 lines and it'll continue. And It's really good at
And look
this.
I mean, I like just the variable names as well. Very descriptive, camel case, right? Look at the method names as well, right? Initialize high scores, camel case there as well. Oh, it's quite impressive.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they do very well at identifying elements they can use to build this with no graphics or pixel art
Yeah,
or anything like that. It's using emoji and it's doing really, really well for what it's trying to do here.
yeah. We just need to give it a bit more time. Okay, here we go. I've failed to edit. So that's GPT-5.
Yeah, I think the model isn't the issue here. The issue is the canvas implementation or the UI or trying to edit this with this, or maybe you were just, too fast on the keyboard and it got tripped up or scared of the output. And I still think the implementation of artifacts in Claude is a lot more reliable.
That's for sure. Okay. And look at this. It even realizes, I like the fact what Claude does is when it realizes, okay, it has had a break, it'll go update the version number, right? So it doesn't trip up to your point that easily on the canvas modification issues. Here we are. Oh, look, here we go.
There we go.
Look,
Kawaii
it's
cat.
kind of,
Well,
it figured out, by the way, with that simplistic prompt that it should have a Hall of Fame.
so let's see if we can get you a top score. So try to get at least more than the baby bear.
More than the baby there? Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
God, Manav,
Well,
this is
listen,
gonna take us forever.
this is gonna take us forever. Okay,
Oh, it's
especially
in
the
the.
strawberry is
My,
gonna be in the corner of the screen there.
I think we have to build an agent that tests your.
My snake playing skills, is that it?
Yeah. There we go. Oh, almost at it. Ah, there we go. Now try to die. I think it's fine. Oh, you want to go above Kid Fox? Okay, fine.
Okay, there we go. All right, hold on a second. Let me
Okay,
see.
this is impressive. This is better than GPT-OSS.
Okay.
Your
Oh, no.
score. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
look, I can see that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's actually not bad. That's not bad. Okay, so I can definitely see that Claude is kind of winning this one. Let's try another game. This time it's your turn to give us a challenge. So figure out what challenge you want to give us and we'll try to implement it.
That's an interesting one. So, one of the standard things that I'd like to test out with is some kind of a Minesweeper clone, right? That's very much into the public domain, right? There's lots of examples. I'm sure you have coded it as well in your comp science degree. Why don't we try that? So,
Let's give it a go.
and you know what?
GPT-OSS it is.
This time, let's give it the same prompt. So the prompt has to be, and I'll slack it to you, an interactive single-page Minesweeper game with adjustable grid size.
Close enough.
Close enough,
Let's see
right?
what
Okay.
we've got. They've already
I'm going to
sent it
start
out
this
here.
fresh. Okay, so I'm going to say, okay, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything else. Let's see what it does.
I absolutely love the performance of this, by the way.
Yeah. Oh wow, you're done on. Oh no, it's making a lot.
No, it's a lot of code, but this is running on my GPU. I mean, I got this locally. You know, this is impressive. So let's try it. Minesweeper. All right. Ready, restart. Doesn't work though.
Okay.
How
Well,
do
you
I
give it a
play?
nudge while I'm waiting for the other two models to respond.
Fix it. I can't click on anything. Also make it cute. Let's see. It's thinking. Lots of thinking going on here. Wow. Boom. Flags. Okay. That all looks very familiar. Oh, there we go. I guess this counts as cute. And we've got
That's true.
ourselves a Minesweeper. Yeah. Now you know what's missing. When you press left and right mouse button on the Windows Minesweeper, it kind of highlights the adjacent cells. So
That's right.
111, this should be a bomb. There we go. Boom. Right? Let's add that feature. Can you add the double left plus hit mouse button click to highlight adjacent cells, etc. So let's see if we can figure out what this is about. On a revealed cell. Okay, so I think it figured it out. For the low quality of my prompts, this is actually doing impressively well.
Or the simplistic prompt, yes, for sure.
And there's no agents here. It's just a very simple single shot prompt. So let's try it again. Oops. That was, whoops. What are the chances of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my.
Hmm.
Yeah, I didn't quite get that right click, double click, but it does have the flag. So look, I can flag things. So that's interesting. Yeah. Okay. So it's not too bad. Let's see what your model did.
Alrighty. Okay. Let's go in here. Share screen. Okay, so that was good enough time for both of the models to respond. So this is, let's start with the GPT because we couldn't see anything from GPT last time. So first of all, look at an impressive big grid. That's
I
fantastic.
don't like it. I don't like it.
And look, it actually came up with some presets, which okay, beginner. Okay, so let's go to beginner 9x9. That's not so bad. And you can even control the
Lots of
number of lines.
features, but the user interface design is off. I just don't.
Exactly. All right, let's see it. Let's see what we get. Whoa. Okay. Well, I know
Colors, that's nice.
that's good. Nice. Flag mode is off. Okay, let's do flag mode on so I can question it. That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, let's
That
see if you
worked
can
pretty
click on a bomb. Let's see if you can find a
good.
bomb.
There we go. You boom.
All right, you found a bomb. Not bad.
That's pretty good. Okay, let's look at. So this was GPT-5. That's pretty good. Let's look at Claude. I mean, look right off the bat, so much cleaner palette. You know, compared
Yeah,
to
this is the classic interface I expected from
exactly. Yeah.
Minesweeper game that we've seen.
And it also gives you three options: easy, medium, hard. Okay.
Okay, nice and simple.
All right, let's try this. And it says 10 bombs. Okay. Whoa.
Can you try left and right mouse click on one of those numbers?
Yeah, without telling it anything. Look at that. That's pretty good.
Let's see if we can find a bomb as well. Oh, there we go. Game over. Not bad. He's got time.
It's got the
So I
time.
think I like it. I think it's quite impressive. I would say Claude wins this one as well.
Claude wins this one as
Right?
well.
You say I say for now, Claude seems to be winning 2 out of 2.
1, 2.
Let's
Yeah.
do another game. It's my turn to pick a game.
Okay, you pick a game.
So let's do a typing speed tester. Let's see how fast you can type.
Oh boy. Okay.
Your turn. You go first this time.
I go first this time. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. So I'm just gonna start a new chat. Let me share my screen here. Okay, here we are. Okay, one-page app. And I'm not even going to say create. I'm just going to say one-page app that shows random sentences and calculates the user's typing speed and accuracy in real time. Boom. I'm going to give GPT-5 the same. Man, I just like the cleanliness, how clean the Claude interface is. This is what GPT was when it started, 3.5. And then there is so much other clutter. Like, do I really need to know that it's doing all this? And I mean, this kind of, okay, see, it figures out that to split the canvas from vertical to horizontal. So that's pretty sweet. Okay. You know what I do like though in GPT? It is highlighting the case. So that's pretty interesting. That makes the code a bit more readable, right? It's definitely applied some CSS here. Actually, look at that. After a while, even Claude figures this out. Just took it a bit longer. Okay, we're getting there. And look, it gave you some example sentences, which I guess is what it's going to use to determine the accuracy as the user types it. Oh boy, this is really going to be a test of my accuracy. Okay, what is GPT-5 doing here? Okay, it's going to create a progress bar. It's going to detect finish. Now it's adding the event listeners.
Mine is already finished. I'm done. I've done my accuracy. It's much faster.
Oh, okay, all right, there you go. All right, exercise. Okay, all right. So this is the sentence, I guess. So exercise not only strengthens. Also, oh, look at that. Also clears the mind. 14 seconds, 83% accuracy. Okay. Friendship is the goal then. Okay. All right. Okay. So reset. So that's 83% still. We'll reset this. GPT is still going. Oh, okay. Run the code. Let's see what we get.
I love the design though. This looks
Okay.
really
So
fancy. I
this
think we might
versus
have a
this.
winner.
I might have a winner here. I
Think
like
we,
this a lot.
yeah.
Okay. And listen, what it also did is it also figured out characters per, or how many characters I've typed. Okay. So let's try that. And it gives you random length. So you can actually select. So lots of new.
Let's see if it runs. Let's see if it runs. That is nice and clean, man. You know what?
I like
I
this
think
one
I
better.
figured out the issue there. That's not a minus. That's a ligature. Like, not perfection, keep going. You're not going to be able to type that on your keyboard,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Which is
that's
like
right.
yeah, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, silently. Oh, that's random length. Okay, I'm going to try a new sentence. Okay. Typing speed improves with focused study practice. Ooh, look at that.
That looks
But
really good.
both of them, once they start going, they don't stop the timer.
Let's see what we've got with my GPT-OSS. So you're going to see here that it was done. It was done really, really fast, but it's nowhere near as fancy. So I've got my random sentences, right? So I
That's
can
all good.
see to be or not to be. That is the question. There we go. So I've got my typing test here, but it doesn't stop. And let's see.
Perfect.
Now make it really fancy and stop when I complete the sentence.
Somehow
There we go.
you're better at your typing test than actually giving it prompt.
All right, so we've got my CSS, and let's see what's going on here.
You go focus on.
And if things don't go well, I can always bring in the 120 billion model to help out. So, but it's nowhere near as fast as this one. All right, so let's see what we've got here in terms of our new version. Ah, there we go.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
Great job.
Look at that. That's nice.
So I think in terms of the design, GPT-5 wins, but I'll give GPT-OSS the great job, complete, highly
I think the 20
accurate
billion model,
implementation.
yes, I think so. I think of the the 20 billion parameter model, I'm quite impressed. Well, you know what? For the next test, rather than mucking about with more games, why don't we get it to do something that you and I do in our jobs? Why don't we ask it to create a mermaid diagram, an architecture diagram of some kind? And then why don't we start with your favorite topic, Mihai, Kubernetes? Why don't we
All
get it
right,
to do
that's awesome. I don't
why-
want to do that one. I've just done it for another podcast. Let's do another type of diagram,
Okay,
not Kubernetes.
okay. What do you want to do? Okay.
um, I don't know. Let's do the relationships between Terraform and Ansible. I don't know. Find something complex that's almost impossible to map, and we'll try it out.
Okay, why don't we, well, you know what? Why don't we try to create a mermaid diagram illustrating the architecture of IBM mainframe? And you know what? Why don't we say Z17 for kick? Oh, that's kicks as in the
All
fun
right.
kicks, not CIC.
Whoa, it is thinking. If you can't get any more esoteric than that, right?
Yeah, that's right.
There we go.
Okay, dump it into some kind of a diagram viewer. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about this kind of thing here. It's very hard to. So let me try this one. It's having some issues there. I'm just gonna do the usual and paste the error back at it and see if I can figure it out. Most of the models have a problem with Mermaid because they put things in parentheses, and
Yeah,
this will not allow things in parentheses. But this has always been an issue with pretty much every single
that's right.
model I've thrown at it.
Except, okay,
There we
like
go.
this.
Not too
What,
bad.
what do you do? You
Not too
fix
bad at
the,
all.
what do you do? You fix the prompt?
No, I just pasted the error back at it and I got my
Oh,
whole
okay. All right.
complex diagram. Not too bad.
Not too bad. Okay. All right.
You give it a try now.
So look at this. Create a mermaid diagram illustrating the architecture of IBM mainframe Z17 or Z17 for Canadians. Claude gets it right the first time. It actually even creates a canvas showing me that architecture. Okay, let's have a quick look at it. Okay, so there's a virtualization layer. It shows a bunch of operating systems, shows the various processor types, including the IFLs for Linux workloads. Ooh, look at that. Shows the Telum processor chip. And it gets the AI accelerator at the 6 teraflops, 8 cores per chip, system structure, CDC drawers.
Definitely more accurate and more detailed. So I think this one we've got another
Exactly. All right,
Claude
let's have a
winner.
look at, hold on a second, let's look at what GPT-5 did. So, no canvas. Doesn't look like there is a lot of detail in here, but
Ask for the canvas. Ask for the canvas. Let's see.
I'm just going to dump it in here. Okay, so first of all, there is an error right here. Okay, so let's try to fix this, and I'm going to say, okay, here is the error.
Just paste the error, I should figure it out.
Okay, let's see.
Mermaid is choking because of the \n.
Oh, what?
And here is where you see immediately that AI agents are a big part of how this gets solved long term.
No, still the problem. Yeah.
All right, let's try it again.
Still hasn't figured out what the issue here is. Third try, GPT-5.
So I guess
Now it figures out one at a time. Okay, it's ampersand. All right, we need
Mermaid can get very fussy. All right, fair enough. Let's try it again.
No.
No luck.
Okay, let me refresh.
You can jump up and down and go, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it.
Exactly. Yeah, and you're right. This is something that agents would do. Actually, you know what? Let's try this one more time. Okay, I'm going to say, okay, show me that.
I would expect that if it cannot render in canvas, it gives back some kind of an error, but
No, it just shows you the write something. Okay, it just shows you the canvas itself. Okay.
yeah, I would definitely say on this one, we've got Claude as the winner, GPT-OSS second place,
Yeah,
and ChatGPT third place, surprisingly. I'd be
surprising.
curious to see how well it does if you change to the pro model, right? With thinking, it's gonna spend 7 minutes to give you that diagram, but you're gonna get hopefully much better output. All right, let's do one more, and then we can.
Hold on a second. Hold on. So let's try that. We'll kick start that. Let me share my screen here with you again. Okay, I'm going to continue this. I changed my model to GPT-5 thinking. Okay, and I'm going to say this is the issue. I'm just going to dump this here. Then let's see what this. Let's see how.
And we know that's going to take a while, so.
So let's go on to the next problem while this is working out. Troubleshooting mermaid parsing. Oh, look, it's exploring the mermaid node syntax. The HTML parsing issues. Okay, I have a little bit more hope now. GPT-5. Okay. While that's going on, what else you got?
I got a very, very tough one. Have you ever played Prince of Persia?
Oh my lord, you mean the DOS version of it?
Oh, 100%, 100%. I want you to build a single web page app game that looks like and plays like Prince of Persia. So
Oh my
let's
god,
just build Prince of Persia.
along with the soundtrack. That was to die for. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's.
All right, so I'll show mine first because mine's already done and it got it right the first time. So this is a single file Prince of Persia style platformer that I can copy paste. So I've got this here. And let's see, you play it with your keyboard. Yeah, it is a platformer. I can see that happening. All right, so what do I use to jump? So let me restore this again. I use space to jump. Okay, that's not too bad. It's a bit jumpy, but okay, it's actually pretty good. Now let's improve it. Make it a lot more fancy. Add enemies, sword. A lot of features. So let's see how good it can improve this. So let me see. Health bars. Globals,
While
helpers.
it's doing that, okay, so while it's doing that, hold on. Let me just take over the screen. So, while that's doing that, GPT-5 thinking mode finally came through.
That is impressive, you see. That's much, much better.
Yes, it finally came up with the architecture. But guess what? Not a lot of detail. This is interesting. It does figure out, okay, there's a Telum2 processor. It gets some of the details right here. Integrated AI accelerator, 8 cores per chip. But I gotta say, this diagram is largely useless.
Well, at least it works.
At least it works. Okay, I think Claude won this one as well quite handily.
All right, let's see what your Prince of Persia looks like.
Oh, they're still churning, my friend. You gotta give them a few more seconds. Let's look at your progress so far.
All right, so let me show you what I've got so far. So the first version worked and it worked really well. So I had my Prince of Persia game. I've asked for it to be improved and add things like enemies, but the enemies started to move very, very, very fast. So I've asked it to fix it. So let's see what's going on here. Yeah, you can see the enemies are moving way too fast for me to keep up. Needs a bit of a timer there. So let's see what we've got so far. Let me save it. All right, that's interesting. So as you can see, those are the enemies.
Yeah. That's
So I've got
interesting.
a sword, so I can fight them. Hey, there we go. I killed one of them.
Hey, that's excellent.
I can't tame up.
Okay, yeah, these mobs, they're still
I'm
serving.
losing health.
Yeah.
I'm losing health. Let me see if I
Are
can die
doing,
here.
yes.
And game over.
Oh, okay.
Bad, I say. Let's see what we've got out of for.
Yeah, for the purpose, yeah, that's pretty awesome. Okay, all right, let's see what we got.
And this doesn't really look like the Prince of Persia I remember. I guess those
No, it does
hand-coded,
not. But
handcrafted assembly, artistic.
look at this.
Oh my.
I think
Whoa.
Claude
I'm
wins,
blown away.
even though I've not seen anything else. Claude wins just because of what this page looks like.
I'm blown away.
Look,
I
he's got
remember
a
a level
sword.
that
Well,
almost
I
looked
hope
like
that's not
this.
enough.
Yeah, it
I
was
know.
similarly
He's
pixelated. You
got
had the
health,
blades.
he's got a timer, and look, he's got levels as
Oh
well.
yeah, there was a timer. You had
You
1 hour
had
to rescue
60
the
minutes.
princess.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right, let's see. Oh,
Yeah.
look,
You
I
can
can jump.
jump.
Oh, okay.
All right, so definitely, you get what you pay for with Claude. All right,
Okay,
let's see
open
if
the
those
door.
blades do anything.
Door. Oh no, I can't open the door. Okay.
Okay. We
Okay.
can run with shift. That's interesting. Jump
Okay.
into those blades. There
Okay.
we go.
And look,
The
I
health
unlocked the
drops,
rack as
and
well. That's pretty good.
you know what? I think this one with a couple more prompts, you'll get a very interesting game.
All right. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Answer in chat. This is GPT-5.
You've
No,
got an
GPT-4.
error. Cannot preview. Fix bug. All
Okay.
right,
Of
fix
course,
bug.
yes, we would like you to fix bug. Okay. I think just on the basis of this, I'm declaring Claude to be the winner. Okay.
I think
And look,
for
it actually says even I forgot. I didn't even read it because of course, I never read any game instructions. Once all gems are collected, the door will glow golden.
so go collect your last
I gotta
gem
go
there.
collect this.
Let's see if that works.
Oh, I
Oh,
died.
come on. Oh,
Oh man, come on. I died.
that's embarrassing.
Oh, restart. Okay, that's how this. Okay, yes, I know. Sorry. Yeah, please don't tell my kids about that. Ooh, oh, look, level 2.
Level? That's a fully functional game.
That is
That
a
is
pretty
a
good.
fully functional game. There you go.
Oh my lord, level 3. Look at that.
And they're random, or at least they seem random.
No, it's the same level, but you know what? I'm not going to hold that against Claude. That's pretty good. That's very good, I'll say. Look. Yeah, that is a lot. It's the same level that's repeating, but that's, hey, you know what? I'm not going to hold it against Claude. That is Claude, you're superstar.
Yeah. So look, I think the conclusion for me is I absolutely love GPT-5, but the canvas is very tricky to
Yeah.
get working right. And it seems for more complex problems, artifacts plus Claude still seems to be the default go-to model for a lot of these coding challenges. If you use GPT-5 for things like agents, you see it's much cheaper, it's fast, it's effective, it's multimodal, it's got a lot of great capabilities. I think it's an amazing model, but I still see myself using Opus for many of the complex coding challenges. And some of the things we've tried today were actually quite basic. Where things start to become tricky is when you're working with code bases of tens or hundreds of thousands of lines of code, which files which each exceed the context. So
Yeah.
you've got 3,000, 4,000 lines of code per file. You need to make sure your unit tests are working correctly, that it's looking at all the right elements of your application. And that's where most models struggle. And this is where things like Claude and Claude Code tend to perform the best. If you're trying to use it in a professional setting and you're trying to build complex applications, you need that capability. But if you're just creating a very simple game and you're learning or you're just having a conversation, I think GPT-5 is extremely cost effective. It's a very powerful model. I think if you put or you add agents and tools to it, it becomes just as capable. But in terms of the user experience, I still find that Canvas to be
Be a bit clunky.
a
Yes.
bit clunky. Yeah.
And that's being polite. Well, you know what? We cannot end here. We gotta try the usual challenges that happen with all of these models, right? We gotta get these models to spell out the number of R's in strawberry or the number of B's in blueberry. Why don't we try that?
Let's try some
We gotta
math.
end on
All right, let's try some
something
math.
fun. You know what?
Yeah,
So I'm
let's
gonna
go with the
start this
traditional
time.
one.
Yes, I'm gonna start sharing with this one first. If I can find the right window to share that, we'll get going and see what we get. Okay. All right, this is my friend Opus here, 4.1. How many bees in blueberry? Come on, he should be able to get this. Oh, he's thinking. Oh, look at that. There's twos in the word blueberry. Okay,
Fair
okay.
enough.
All right, let's go to GPT-5. Okay, you know what? I'm going to start with the flagship model. Not thinking how many bee in blueberry. Thinking longer for a better answer. Hmm, not bad. Okay, you know what? I'm going to try a slightly different prompt. Not trying to trip GPT-5, but let's see. Okay, it gets it again. Let's see. How many bees in blueberry? How many bees in blueberry? There's two. Look at that. That works.
Kind of fascinated that none of these models go something like, I'm just gonna Google this for.
I'm going to Google this for you. Yes, I like that. Okay, all right. Let's see your 20 billion model.
I think this is where I'm really gonna struggle. So let me try with a strawberry first. All right.
Yeah, yeah, three
And
hours. Yeah, that's
how
pretty good.
many bees in blueberry? All right. All right. Let me try again. I don't trust it. How many horrors in strawberry? It's kind of off by one. No, it's I don't know where the arrows are pointing. Try again. Now it's is well. Let's try the 120 billion. Right. Uh, Try again. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this thing to
If I can
unload
break
the
it
20
down.
billion.
Yes.
Load the 120 billion, which is gonna take a while to load.
Let's see what you get.
Let's see if this thing is gonna
Oh, he's really
even
thinking.
load. No, it's not loading because I have the 20 billion. Load this. I need to unload that and then load the 120.
Okay, so while you're doing that, so I did find where both Claude Opus and GPT-5 are breaking, which is the good old 8.8 minus 8.11. Okay, GPT-5, well-known problem. Oh my God, Opus 4.1, same error. And look, it even tells you to thought about it. Okay, thought process. I can write 8.8 or 8.0, and then it trips up. And look, it goes on to say this is simple arithmetic calculation that I can do mentally without needing any tool. Okay.
Well,
All right, let's do this
that's
one
not.
final time. We're going to say GPT-5 thinking. We're going to say the same thing here again. Let's see what you get. Okay. Calculating the subtraction carefully. This looks already promising. So I'm going to say while this is coming up, they both sucked at it. So they both get a 0. And it thought for 13 seconds. Oh, you're right to ask it again. I botched it earlier. Okay, that's impressive. Okay.
I think trying to load this 120 billion model while also talking to you on and recording is kind of making my machine freeze up a bit.
Okay, that's okay.
I got some terrible results from it anyway, so it doesn't look like it's. So let's see. Can you still see my camera? Let me share my screen.
You're frozen, but I think that's
Get
the
this to
feature
work.
of the 120 billion parameter model being loaded.
Yeah. I think we can kind of stop the recording here. I can see the results, but I
Okay.
am really running out of memory here. The word strawberry contains 3 R's. That's what I got from my 120 billion.
Okay.
But I think
All
my
right.
screen sharing is beyond.
That's beyond repair. Okay. Well, listen, Mihai. Thank you. I think what we proved, as you said, is these models are improving. They're getting more and more or better and better at some of the tasks. I'm not quite sure I'm going to say that they're still enterprise grade developer ready, but I think they're really good at giving you the scaffolding, get you started quickly, get you start thinking about all the right parameters. And I do think we should have a conversation and thinking through what these models represent for future of coding.
Hmm.
Because what we used to spend a lot of time, what we still spend a lot of time getting all the basics right, getting the structure right, getting the right architecture, all the right utilities. I think that's still very much a human task required. But in terms of how to go about doing it, okay, once say a senior developer has thought all of that through, documented it all, I think that's the point where these tools can jump in and then do the work of maybe an entry level program.
I think so. I think everything gets crashed here from the 120 billion model loading there. So I'm gonna.
Listen, on that lovely note, thanks a lot. Until we meet again.
All right. Awesome stuff. Bye bye bye.